We want to wish everybody a very happy and healthy holiday. This Thursday night, in the year 5776, 2016, is the holiday of God splitting the Red Sea for us. Kriyat Yam Suf, it's called Shvi Shel Pesach. And the Rabbeinu Nisim says such a beautiful idea. He says, what compelled God to schlep all the Egyptian army to the Red Sea and in front of our eyes demonstrate to us that all of the youngsters, the Egyptian army should get perished, should die and pass away in the Red Sea? Because the Ran explains such a beautiful idea. He says there's 3 levels of freedom. And for each one of these levels of freedom, there's a different holiday. The first most basic level of freedom that we achieved was last week at the night of the Seder. That we Jews had back-breaking labor. We had to build the pyramids, and it was a very, very difficult time. We didn't have a normal time to sleep. And we were servants, we were slaves. So in order to celebrate our physical freedom, that we no longer are physical slaves to Egypt, we have the night of the Seder, and that's the first day of Pesach. But then there's a higher level of freedom, which is tomorrow night, Thursday night, in this year of 5776. And that is the psychological freedom. Because basically we know one of the worst things is paranoia, anxiousness. The Jews, the Rabbeinu Nisim says such a beautiful and it's such a true idea in this day and age where people have so many phobias and emotional and psychological problems. He says if God would not have done the miracle of the Red Sea, the Jews always would have been worried that the Egyptians are going to come, grab us and take us back to Egypt. Because when in the history of mankind was the entire nation able to flee a superpower like Egypt? Egypt was such a powerful country. So in order that God wanted our mind to be free of any paranoia and anxiousness and worry, he said, okay, Egyptians, I'm going to make believe the Jews are lost in the desert right in front of the Red Sea. All of them came to the Red Sea. God split the Red Sea for us. The Jews came out safely on one side. The Egyptians came inside, but they never came out. And the Jews saw all the Egyptian carcasses of these were like Gestapo, policemen that always used to beat them and kill them and rape them. They always used to see that these people, all of them died. So psychologically, their mind was put at ease. They don't have to feel like a fugitive anymore. That, oh, maybe someday when we're camping in the middle of the Sinai desert, they're going to come and attack us. Well, no reason to worry about that anymore because there is no such thing as the Egyptian police or army because all of them perished in the Red Sea. So that's what we're really celebrating, that God is so benevolent and altruistic and he loves us so deeply that he wants to put our mind at ease from any phobia and any anxiousness that some days the Egyptians are going to take us and bring us back to slavery in Egypt. But there's a third level. And this is the pinnacle of the true freedom. Even if your body is free, even if you're psychologically free from servitude, but there always is that evil inclination. That's why directly there is the holiday of Shavuot, the festival that is 49 days after the second day of Passover. What do we celebrate on the day of Shavuot? We celebrate the freedom from our evil desires, from the Satan, the Yetzer Hara, that dark voice inside of us that always wants instant gratification. As it says, En lecha ben chorin, Ela mi she'osek b'Torah. The truly, in Pirkei Avot that we're going to start reading every Shabbat, the truly free person is only the person that studies the Torah. Because the Torah enlightens us, is the book and wisdom of God, and it enlightens us that we shouldn't fall prey to instant gratification and foolish decisions. It gives us self-control. It teaches us that there is a world that is going to last forever, Olam Haba, heaven, and we have to base our decisions on that wisdom and that knowledge, not just for instant gratification. So, thank God, last week we celebrated the most basic level of freedom. Our burden, our body is free from backbreaking labor. Now, tomorrow night we celebrate the psychological freedom of not worrying about the Egyptians coming and grabbing us. And then in 49 days later, we celebrate the ultimate freedom, where God gives us law and order and enlightens us. And then our soul is free not to listen to its animalistic soul. Our soul is free to not listen to instant gratification, but rather become wise and heavenly and angelic and enlightened. And that is the holiday of Shavuot that is exactly correlated to the most sublime and highest level of freedom. We wish everybody a Shabbat Shalom and a happy holiday. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Have a wonderful day.